Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to talk about both makeup and body care, skincare, different things that I am decluttering from my collection. I initially thought that I was going to talk about this in my most recent trash talk, but whoa, that video got out of control and I had a lot of items I wanted to talk about. I have very sporadic things in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pull stuff and talk to you about it. The first thing I have is a hair product. So I finally finished off the last Fortune Cookie soap leave-in conditioner that I was using as a heat protectant spray. And I was super jazzed to be able to do that because I could then pull out this actual flat iron spray that I had, and it's from Rusk. It's their thermal flat iron spray that I had picked up at a TJ Maxx for like 10 bucks. This stuff is bad. It's like really bad. It basically is hairspray. It leaves like a crunch, like an actual crunch hold on my hair, which was not pleasant. And it made my hair after a couple of days just need to be washed. And normally I can go many a day, if I don't go to the gym, many a day without having to wash my hair, even though I would be spraying every time I would straighten my hair, which is basically every day when you see it straightened or we're in like hair straightening season. I inevitably straighten my hair every day because I put my hair up at night. So I'll always have like some kind of, you can kind of see it now because I was a little bit lazy with my hair straightening. I always have some kind of like divot or bump from it being in a ponytail. And so this was just no good. This stuff is bad. I certainly am glad I did not pay the true like Rusk full retail price for this, and I do not recommend it. I also have two Impress nails that I am parting ways with, which is really surprising for me. It's not really my jam to declutter nails because I also oftentimes only buy nails that I really like, but my sister actually gave me both of these. So the first ones are called Shocking and they look like this, and yes, they are shocking because they are butt ugly. I just never am drawn to these. I don't think they're attractive. I don't think they really fit with my aesthetic. And I really have like a booming nail collection right now because Dashing Diva and Impress have been crushing it with both their seasonal nails they're coming out with and their collections. I've been really into it and I just like can't help myself. I'm doing a lot of online shopping in the wee hours of night when I'm supposed to be breastfeeding my daughter. So it's been a whole thing. So these have to go. And then these other ones are called Harlem Shake, which I low-key feel like they've named so many nails Harlem Shake. I wore these once and I just don't like them. I just don't love them. I don't think the shape of them really works well on my nails. And I just don't love the pattern. So I'm letting both of these go. It's not much of a dent in my very aggressive collection, but it feels good that I'm getting rid of two that I just never choose. I always pass over them. So no longer, they're out of the collection. Ooh, I have a couple of SheGlam makeup products that are out of here. So I follow Rose and Ben on Instagram. She's delightful. And she posted this like out of control, gorgeous SheGlam blush little tutorial, like video, swatch thing, whatever it was. And I was sold. And then I fell down like a dark SheGlam rabbit hole and I purchased a ton of stuff. And I have come to find that I would say about half of it I actually like and the other half is mediocre / getting rid of. So I'm getting rid of the highbrow shaping wax. Fun fact, if you haven't noticed this, I don't use brow products in my brows. Like this is my actual brow hair color. I wax them periodically, not very consistently. But aside from that, I don't really do anything to my eyebrows. But I do notice that there are times where if I belabor getting my eyebrows waxed, my eyebrow hairs get long. And sometimes they can be difficult to kind of keep in place because they're just too long. They need to be trimmed. I really like go in for eyebrow waxing more to get my eyebrows trimmed than I do to get them waxed, but neither here nor there. So I thought like perhaps this inexpensive, clear brow gel could be good to just lock my brows in place. No, I can't tell you definitively if it's because of the wax, particularly this wax or just all wax for me, but I just felt like it did not make my eyebrows look authentic. Like it didn't make them look like my brows. Like it looked like there was gel and like I had put them onto my face or I was like gluing them to my face. Not a look I'm into, not an aesthetic I want to put out there in the world. So no, I'm gonna part with this and just go back to doing nothing to my eyebrows on a regular basis. Second thing from SheGlam that we're parting ways with is the Sun Sculpt Liquid Bronzer in Soft Tan. The problem I have with this is that it basically would blend into nothing. Just nothing on my skin. And for it to blend into nothing on my skin, my pale, pale skin, I don't know who it's going to be able to show up on. So did not enjoy this. The blush though is legit. I do like the blush that I purchased. This stuff I'm less into, so much so that I'm actually going to part ways with it. Ooh, let's talk Zeesea. So I did do the Zeesea mystery subscription for a few months. I'm actually going to do, I think, maybe, hold me to it if I don't, I want to film a get ready with me with Zeesea makeup that I had gotten in those boxes, because over the course of the 3 months, I did get enough for an entire full face, like complexion, like the whole 9 yards, which is pretty exciting. So again, hold me to it if you actually want to see me do that, because I don't do a lot of get readies with me, mostly because I am just like lazy about it, but I really do want to do them. Famous last words. However, there are 2 products I definitely don't want in my collection anymore. One of them is the brush that I received. It came in this really beautiful box. It is, I believe you call it a kabuki brush. Looks like this. This is like very well made. I really find the bristles so soft. Like it's very nice, easy to hold. My issue with this is twofold. I feel like it absorbs product, like it just sucks it into this brush. I don't know where it goes, but it sucks it in there, and I was using a ton of foundation to be able to apply it to my face. The second thing, and I don't know for certain if it's because of this brush or just this methodology, because I really only apply my foundation with a sponge. I felt like it was very hard to consistently blend this onto my face and have it look as like authentic and meshed in with my skin as it normally would with a sponge. So sadly, this brush and I are just not friends, and it's being decluttered out of my life. The other thing I have is this like 2-in-1 product. This thing is garbage. It has one end that has this very pale gold shadow stick, and then it has this white, like almost silvery white type of liner. This is just not pigmented. Like there's just like no pigment to them. No, it's very pathetic on my eyes. In the world that is rich with pow and pop when it comes to eye products, this just can't. It can't be mediocre, so I have zero interest in keeping this in my collection. I've got 2 eyeliners I'm finally parting ways with. Both of them are brown. The first one is Julep. It's the Gel Eye Glider in Smoky Taupe Shimmer. I just don't use this type of brown, and I feel like I have to press really hard to the point where I was having to almost like dig through shadow I had put on my eye to be able to have this lay on there, and it just didn't last. I'm willing to bet it's expired. I've had this for as long as Julep had their Maven boxes, which they haven't had Maven boxes for actual years at this point. And then I'm also saying goodbye to my Sephora Crayon Contour Eye Pencil. I used this for a bit, but I just never was drawn to it, and it actually has expired. Like it was kind of painful to put that swatch onto my hand. This just is not good anymore, so we're parting ways with both those brown eyeliners. Ooh, unpopular opinion, I don't like Rare Beauty's liquid blush. I got a sample in the shade Adore. I think this came in the birthday that they did, the birthday gift last summer when I was going in for it. I don't know what it is about this blush for me, but it just didn't really like, I don't know, I don't feel like it was great application wise. Like I rub it in and I feel like it's kind of patchy. It definitely disturbed my foundation underneath it. I just didn't get along with it, so I have no need to keep it in my life. I also got this free gift from e.l.f. It's their jelly highlighter. I don't know, in the shade Dew? No. Nope. I applied this. Like I gave it a good faith effort, but it is just not the right tone for me. It doesn't look bad, I feel like, from a distance. When you get close, it was like a stark streak of gold on my skin. Like, it just does not bode well for me. I think I'm just too pale for it. I wanted to like it, but it just was not for me. And again, it was free, so I don't feel bad about like parting ways with it. I also own a bajillion gold highlighters, so they have to be really exceptional for me to keep them, which is why it's a little bit surprising that I am getting rid of one other gold highlighter. It's my Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey. Oh man, I don't want to part with this, but I just feel like compared to my other gold highlighters that I have, I don't know, it like swatches amazingly, and you're probably thinking to yourself, why are you getting rid of this, Victoria? But I just feel like on my skin, when I try to pick it up with a brush, it doesn't translate, and I have other golds that I think are a little bit better with my preferences, so I'm gonna go ahead and part with this as well. Ooh, we're rounding a corner here, but we're not quite done. I'm getting rid of a sponge, decluttering this goofy Marshmallow NYX sponge. The Marshmallow Primer, delightful, gold, highly recommend it. The actual sponge, foolish, don't really like it. I'm sure there's like a very specific niche thing to use this for. I don't have time for that. I use one sponge to apply foundation and only foundation, and this just does not work with the contours of my face, the small crevices, so I'm gonna go ahead and part with it and just know that I appreciated the primer that came in the set and not the sponge. Lastly, we have some talking about Fortune Cookie soap to do, and that is with their skincare. I feel as though I have mentioned this in various unboxings here along the way from Fortune Cookie soap, but it cannot be overstated for me. I don't jive with 99% of their skincare, and it pains me that I don't, because I love the scents, I love the innovation, but I just feel like for some reason, I theorize here that because they use essential oils and like a lot of fragrance in their skincare, I think that inevitably causes me to break out. I also think some of their products are really more meant for dry skin, which is not me. I have neutral to oily leaning skin, and that is just not what I think they serve up products for. So the first thing I'm getting rid of is the Mother Nature Facial Cleansing Oil. I don't love oil. I don't love oily textures, but I'm willing to use an oil like this as a cleanser because I would just quickly wash it off. But I used, I don't know, like about this much of it, and my skin broke out. I took this out of the repertoire with the intention to bring it back in to see if it was or wasn't breaking me out. As soon as I stopped using this, my acne cleared up. So this was definitely the problem child. Cannot have it in my life, parting ways with it. I also have a serum. This is a really recent addition. It's the anti-gravity serum. It's the hyaluronic face serum. I've used hyaluronic face serums. I have no problem with that. This, for some reason, again, broke me out. I took this out of the lineup and tried something else, and immediately that acne cleared up. So this also did not work for me, which is, again, so sad. It's a lot of product. It's a good product, but it just does not jive. And then the last one I'm heartbroken about because of the scent. This is the Witch's Wart Rejuvenating Facial Oil. Oh my God, the scent of this, it's so good. I don't know what's in it. I don't know what makes it smell like this, but I love the scent. If I could have this in a different body care item, I would. Broke me out. Same story, reoccurring motif here. I was broken out by this as well. And I did think for a second of keeping it to use on my body, but I don't like oily texture on my body, and I no longer need to mix body lotion with oil in the winter. Like, we're beyond that point in my hoarding closet collection, so I have no need for this. It is heartbreaking because I've used so little of these, but they just don't jive with my skin, and I cannot warrant or justify using things that are causing me to have acne problems. It doesn't make sense to me. So I officially am now going to, moving forward, not even try their face stuff. The only face thing that's worked for me is their face masks. I have no idea why, but their face masks I'm cool with. But everything else that I acquire that is skin-based, I will not use. I will simply give away to friend, family, or send in to a couple of services that collect both beauty and skincare to give to women in shelters, which I think will work. I just feel weary doing that with products that I have used a few times. So breaking up with Fortune Cookie Soap skincare minus their masks. Whew, okay, there you have it. Those are all the items that I've recently decided are no longer jiving with me and my various collections of beautiful products. I really appreciate you being here and tuning in. I'd love to know your thoughts about what I decluttered, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.